1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Eskwilax hour. I'm the Eskwilax, Josie over there, Melissa, and Glenda. I still have that issue. Horrible, bad memory. And yeah, and we have Hoken, Team Hoken. He's hiding over there in the cut. And Angel right here. Angel, you want to say what's up to everybody? And Marco, if you're watching from home, we're still waiting on for you next week. Don't bail. So yeah, they're gonna be doing, what we do here in the Eskwilax hour every Friday, 4 to 6. Get creative, artist interviews, some local news, some live painting, and I think some of the homies from K.T.C.A will be here later. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I'll step in and back and forth. Just gonna set you guys up with Josie. And,
hey guys, how's it going? It's Josie. I just did my nails. Actually, I had done my toes and one hand, but then I did the rest.
Hi you guys, so excited for you guys to be here today. Thank you FM for the introduction and for the whole team for being here, and everyone who's not here today. See you next week. I hope you're watching us live on dronebox.com. Yes, so where should we start? We're about to do kind of like a Q&A, and Melly's going to do her body painting. She does all sorts of art, right?
Yeah.
All kinds of media, I assume, or mostly like color?
Most
what kind of
media. So acrylic, oils, pastels.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
I'm just like all over the place. I like trying everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And mostly what we've been seeing on your social media is body painting, right? Well, most recently of the first posts, and some of the photography actually that we have.
Oh yeah.
Display some of your body painting. But what kind of paint do you use for the body painting today?
Right now I'm using Maron, the palette, and Wolf.
And Wolf.
Yeah.
Cool. She got a bunch of colors. I love all the colors.
Thank
I
you.
really like your work just because it's so beautifully, it's abstract. You know, you go really into the colors. It reminds me of Picasso's, work. It's really pretty. I mean, yours is your own beautiful twist.
Yeah, the
I really
strokes
like.
and everything.
Yeah, it's really gorgeous. I'm excited. Do you usually set it up before, like your ideas?
My
Or-
ideas?
Today you said you had kind of an idea, right?
Kind of. Don't know if I'm going to do that one,
Okay.
but most times I don't. The only time, okay, because when I started face painting, I had an idea because I would face paint I would face paint my sisters and myself for like, I think it's been like 4 years.
Nice.
I face painted my sister as MF Doom last year. Cool. So that's from that, it's just like, I don't know. I started going off from that. I was like, whoa, face painting is pretty awesome. Like, I wouldn't think I would be able to do that, that mask. So then from there, I was like, I'm going to try, like, something else.
I like it. I really do. You said you're from...
Okay, I'm face painting.
Yeah. You're from, like, from the valley, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
From Pacoima.
From Pacoima.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out here to LA. We appreciate you sharing your art. As you can see, we're like an hour away or less?
2 hours if I take the train.
2 hours on the train down.
40 on a lift.
40 on the lift. Okay, damn. You see, like, well, 40 to an hour minutes away. We share similar likes here in LA. I feel like your work definitely stood out. We talk about some face painting that people do in the street meets in LA. Some of the photography that has popped up, I don't know if you've seen my media, but a lot of the photography comes from, well, Hoken, of course. He does photography, and there's other artists that do it too. And in these photo meets, they do some face painting for their photography. And I've always liked to look through media. And one of our friends, actually, the photographer Alan, right? I think he's the one.
Absurd.
Absurd,
right.
Yeah. He's like, I really like her face painting. You should interview her. Like, she's really cool. I'm like, oh, damn, we have to do that. And I'm glad we were finally able to come together, here today to do it. But how long did you say you've been doing painting for?
Face painting or painting?
Well, I guess painting in general, and then
painting in general, I'd say 10th grade.
Since 10th grade.
Because before I was always like, I'm only going to work with pencil.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was comfortable with. But I had a friend, he would always ask me, hey, why don't you work with colored pencils? I was like, I'm too scared to work with color. Like, I don't know, I'm so used to graphite. And since he kept telling me, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just try it one time, because he gave me some paints. And from there, I was just like, whoa, this is so much better than graphite.
Nice. Why did you feel like it was much better?
Just I don't know, the flow, the colors, well, at that moment I thought it was better, but now it's just all I like everything. I like to experiment with everything.
Yeah. I like the different kinds of models you have. Like this piece, I didn't know if it was you or not.
Oh no, that's my little sister.
That's your little sister?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful
usually
piece.
Most of the ones I've done is on her. That one's I think the most recent one. Yeah.
It looks like a painting. Like the whole little box. Like the 3D painting or something,
Yeah, and then those flowers on her head, because some guy commented, he's like, hey, those look real? I was like, oh, they're foam. I bought them from the 99, the foam roses.
Is she Howard? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're so cool. I really like them. And you have all kinds of models, males and females. And the thing is, what caught my attention too is, it's like a full, it's not like people do face painting like fairies or like butterflies, or they'll do like a whole thing like a cat or something. This is actually like a pattern of colors on the face.
Yeah.
Do your patterns of colors or the kind of strokes, I don't know, do they mean a specific thing? Like, somebody who's paints stripes is like, I'm a cat,
Well, I think it depends on what I'm trying to do, because most of the pictures I have up there, I'm mixing with supporting other artists. So I'll wear their shirt, or make my sister wear their shirt, or their earrings, like the one that you guys just passed with earrings. That one's from Bella Doña. I don't know if you follow her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bought those earrings offline, so I was just like, what, was it Bella Doña? I'm not sure who it was exactly, but it was somebody. So that's what I'm trying to do with that, or recently.
I like
but
that.
I don't know. I think it depends on, it depends on also the situation, the day. The one that I passed with my sister, that day I was I don't know, emotional. So you could see it in her face too, because she saw. But yeah.
Yeah, she does have the little sad face. But because I mean, I feel like it takes a very specific. I mean, when I first started doing like body painting modeling was when I did the Frida kind of looking one. I don't know if you've seen on my page. We had an artist from the IE art school or something like that. Deja. Oh my God, her name's Deshay.
Right.
Deja. And she did. Oh my God, Angel heard me. She did the little. It's like a free-handed one, but it was hard to find like a model. She said that would just be okay with being painted on, you know, like without being told what was going to be the drawing, you know, because sometimes the artist is like, I'm not really sure yet, but as I start laying my colors, I'm gonna see what I want, and then from there I'll start shaping my ideas, and then it just kind of makes itself, you know. So I really like the way you do your art. And then, sorry, we have, you said, Glenda, thank you for being her model today. You guys were friends, right? And you guys met up today?
We met up today. This is the first time meeting.
First time meeting.
That's awesome. Thank you. And you also had some experiences. You're also an artist yourself, which we were talking about a little bit before we started the show, that being an artist, is difficult sometimes nowadays, but it's also more accepting nowadays. So would you all agree, you're not in the form of, I don't know, just social media, or if it's also in the streets, or how do you guys feel? Because you do take your models outside, which is what I like also. By the photography, you're like either in the street, or you also do some can work, or you've done some can work before, right? So I like that you take it out. It's not just like within social media, you know, you can see that other people have seen it in real life, you know?
Yeah.
And so what do you think about that experience when people see your work? Do they ask you like, oh, what is that? Or
most people, I get a lot of reactions. Most people like laugh, or like, because in the Valley there's not much art scenes. I was talking to Eskwilax about that earlier. There's not that much art scenes out there, but there are great artists there. But when they see something artistic like that, they're just like, whoa, like what is that? They're just like, you know, like it's a random day and I'm just out here, like usually because I pay my sister, so we'll just go on with our day like after, and she'll still have the face paint on. One time I painted her and we went to go pick up my cousin at Kohl's, and then my tia was like, no, don't go out like that. My tia was always like shy or embarrassed. She's like, you're gonna embarrass me. I was like, it's just paint. And then she's just like, ah. And we went to go pick up my cousin, and then we got a lot of reactions in the store. Like people were just like, what? Like, that's weird.
Right. People are so used to, like, if you're wearing makeup, it's to make yourself look perfect, right?
Yeah.
And when they see makeup that like they can't even be like, oh, she was just for like a party, like a Halloween party, or you know, she's just being a cute little kid with a fairy paint, you know. No, this is like, it's a piece, and it's displayed on the body, and it's exposed to the world. And I like the way the person looks outside, because it's so contrasting to the environment.
Yeah, that one is funny because I had to go to work early that day, and my sister, she's like, paint my face. She's like, because they went to go see the Mexico game, the last one at the stadium, like all my family members went. And my sister's like, paint my face, I want to go like look all cool and like with the face paint. Because a lot of people in the stadium, they do paint their face.
They do paint their face.
But it's not like that. It's just like, you know, the flag or the colors. Yeah, so I was like, I added the colors for that, the red, the green, the yellow. And
for which flag?
For the Mexico flag.
The Mexico flag. Oh,
and it was funny because she woke me up early too, and I didn't want to wake up early since I had work early. She's like, hey. So I had like 25 minutes. I was like, I'm just gonna do whatever. I have to go to work.
Dang, I like that one. And you're right, that you reminded me of going to a soccer game and how there is people with face paint. So definitely face painting has been around. It's just the variety of what's developing and how you can apply it and how to expose it has changed in a way, right?
Yeah.
These guys, I'm like, it looks so pretty. I like the colors she's going for. Right now we're in like the pink theme. I think Angel did a pink piece today.
Oh yeah.
We've seen a little bit about it. But I forgot where we were at with the questions. But I really like. Oh yeah, we were talking about how the photography. Oh, okay. Like your photography inspires me for an artist for me to want to push an artist, or for anybody to want to do it, to do like still life, like installations, you know?
Yeah.
You know how museums, they be doing those? Where they'll have setups, right? Like even if it's like paper mache, like different things, like installations, right? But this one would be of like your painted bodies, you know, and they would be like around, I don't know, I think it would be a really cool idea to see an exhibit like that. I wonder if somebody already does some stuff like that. Or what do you think with your art? Sorry,
and I was just gonna add on, there actually is, because a lot of people, I think, like, well, whenever you see an artist or you find an artist, you're like, did they create that? Or some people, like, you know, they'll have like, wow, like, you created that, like, you invented that.
Yeah.
I mean, not create, you invented that. So a lot of people think, like, I invented this look, but I mean, a lot of people have been doing this for Halloween, you know, make themselves look like a painting. So that's where it started for me. I don't know if you guys have the picture, but last year I went as an oil painting to work, and that's also because, like I said, when I painted my sister's MF Doom, I painted myself as an oil painting.
Oh,
so from there I was like, this is really cool. Like, I want to keep doing it, like not just for Halloween, like just in general. And then
the one that's like really colorful.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then when I searched, because I didn't know like how an oil painting looked at the time, because I barely started working with oil paint actually, but I searched up on Google like oil painting face paint, and then stuff popped up. You know, I'm just looking through it. Some people made themselves look like Mona Lisa, Picasso, or whatever, and those are cool. I was gonna do that, but I was like, I don't have time. I can do something quick. And I ran into some artist named Alexa, and she, if you look her up later, she does a lot of painting like this, but I don't know what kind of paint she uses, but she'll paint over on top of like the whole body and the whole scenery. Ooh. So like everything will look like a whole painting. So that's really what cool. I got inspired from, because a lot of people think I started. I'm like, no. So that's like what added on to it also.
Oh, okay. I mean, we definitely have talked about how like in art it can be difficult where people will start saying, oh, this is my style, or this is my this, you know. But really, can you say what is the original piece or not the original piece? When we all are inspired, that's why we're artists, you know. Like everything that we go through or everything that we see, we get inspired and we change, and I'm not trying to assume that that's all the artists, you know, but majority, you know, like if you change, now you want to do poetry, now you want to do some art. It's just, you know how to have an outlet, you know, to what you go through in life. And I feel like it makes people more sane. We talk about how art in a way is therapeutic, you know, whether you think it's something psychological or you think it's literally the doing of the art that can be the way you socialize, or it could be just art itself and not really mean nothing more than it is, you know. Like, and sometimes it's okay to not have all these extra meanings behind things, you know? So I like the simplicity of things, or the complexity of things, I guess, but just accepting both is, I guess, where people should, I don't know, see in a way, because you have to be able to like all sorts of things. Like there's all kinds of art, you know, and there's all kinds of people. Sometimes, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about the difference in like being like a street artist to being like a scholar artist?
Honestly, I don't think there is a difference.
Okay.
It brings everybody together. It's culture. It's people. That's
right,
what it is.
It's expression, right?
I think it just depends on the person, how they think, their philosophy of things.
Right.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I mean, definitely, I like that art is a way of like bringing people together, like visually, you know. Sometimes when we're in a job where you're isolated, like either in the kitchen or you're isolated at school or something where you don't really get to socialize, and like art, you do it by yourself sometimes, or you could do it with other people, but somehow it's gonna reach out to somebody else, you know? And it won't be like a lost moment of you by yourself. It'll be shared in a way.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree with that.
You know? But sometimes people ask, so what do you guys interview? I'm like, we interview all kinds of artists, you know, artists and creators and people who want to support other artists.
Right. And that's what artists do, support.
Right?
Yeah. Like you said, it's therapeutic support.
Do you, I mean, I'd say you do art as a form of your way of what is it, a job, or do you have like your side job too, or do you?
At first, it was
like your
for me, and I never wanted it to be a job just because I didn't want money involved in it. But I mean, right now with the face paint, I've done like I got a little gigs at this local park over there, and
that's cool.
The other day, face painted, body painted my family's friend's belly. She had a baby on Sunday.
I saw.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm thinking of doing the body paint as a side job.
Oh, okay.
Just because a lot of people
like it.
I heard a lot of people are doing it, and a lot of people like it, and it's like, why not? I enjoy doing it too. Like
yeah, like what we were talking about was Nolan. Shout out Drone Box. That it's a good time to be here in LA, where a lot of different art and media is accepted in different media, because art's always been like a hype thing, right? Like everybody likes art. You see it everywhere, whether it be in the streets or free museums you can go to,
gardens,
everything. But art that's created by people outside of like the mainstream is what's also being looked at too. You know, not necessarily is it a person with like 100,000 K on their Instagram, you know, it could be an artist that in their community they like to see these colors out there, you know. They're like, yes, we're gonna support seeing more color out there.
Everything positive. Yeah.
Definitely. I agree. Thank you, Glenda. You're doing a wonderful job.
No problem.
Great model. But what kind of art do you do, Glenda?
Well, I really enjoy doing multiple types of art. Like I do ceramics, sculpture, painting, drawing, embroidery.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. That's what's up. I'm not really good at art. I'd say I've tried some art, but yesterday I was at the art walk. You guys go to the art walk in downtown? Or have you been there?
Which one?
Oh,
which one?
Yeah, because you guys are from Pacoima, you said, right? There's one in downtown LA on Spring and 5th, or between 4th and 5th Street, that happens every second Thursday of the month, like the second week. And you get to set it for free, and you can, you know, sell your art or just post up and like hang out. But we with Yes Interior Love, which is like these little cactuses and stuff, I've been making those. That's what I was, I guess, a little bit good at. Just kind of like growing plants. I felt like I got it from my mom. She's always raised plants and stuff. But in a way, I felt like it was part of art because
It is, yeah.
It is. Not everyone could do it.
you put it in your home, you know. But it's not paint, you know. So sometimes I'm like, I don't know if it is art. Because art is usually associated with some kind of media, you know, like either it be like a photography or like painting or knitting or something. But making plants, I don't know.
But plants are therapeutic.
They are,
Yeah.
right?
And a lot of people, a lot of artists say art is therapeutic, so.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's different forms of greens, and I guess you gotta look at the colors of the plants to see if it's healthy or not, or
Yeah.
like, you know, so different forms. So definitely, for a while I thought like that, but then I was like, everything can be your art, you know, or whatever you come up with. I mean, I've tried everything. I've tried knitting, watercolors, and acrylics, and everything, but it came out like rough. And I was like, oh no, I gotta stop right there. But at least I tried it, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Figuring out. Oh, I was gonna tell you to bring your bag. I really like that bag, so people could see it.
Oh yeah.
That was really
recent.
cute. Maybe if Hawking could bring it for us. You're not down, Henry? No? Maybe I'm But yeah, that's a really pretty bag. Have you done work on other things?
Shoes,
Oh, yeah,
bags,
you have done
jeans,
other
jackets.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And then you'll do all kinds of different patterns and stuff.
Yeah, or like whatever, like if I have a commission or a customer that wants something specific, most of the times they just let me freehand, like whatever off the top.
Really?
Yeah, which I enjoy because it's like I can do whatever.
Yeah. That's really cool. I really like that because, I mean, I guess sometimes I feel like I was in school for too long because I went to school for 7 years in a row. Like, I didn't stop or whatever. And being in school, you saw like things that were accepted or not accepted, like, and when you come into like outside of school and you're just doing art with just people who like doing art just because and they're good at it, I'm very like mind blown by how free and how accepting it is, you know.
Yeah.
Even without like being told like, hey, accept this kind of art because of this kind of history. Because sometimes in school, like for you, or no, I'm not sure if it's just in school, but in general, sometimes when people try to make a point about why this cactus is important, they'll bring a history fact or they'll bring up something to back it up. But when you have art that can just be displayed and accepted just because, without being told, you should accept her art because she's a girl and she should be supported. You know, it's just kind of done, and I really like that. I don't know, there's more of a free range of acceptance, which should have always been like that, you know?
Yeah.
But it takes time sometimes for society to understand things. Because we have so many distractions sometimes, I say.
Too many.
Too many distractions. I mean, this week I was going to get off social media for like a week. Just so that I could see what have I not been doing outside of me paying attention to just like, oh, let me upload.
Right.
And my husband, he bought me an agenda. He's like, okay, this is your agenda, and you're going to write down who's gonna be the next artist, and you're gonna line up your appointments, and you know we're gonna get this together here. And I was like, oh, okay, this is what I've been missing now because I'm on social media, thinking, okay, this flyer is just gonna tell dentist, and then I have a bunch of flyers, and then I miss out on Efrain's magical cooking session, you know. But I like that you're able to take time. I know you have your day job and we all have our lives, but you're able to still socialize with people? Most of your models you said are either like friends or it was just your family.
Well, at first it was just my sister and myself. But there, like people like paid attention to it, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna upload it and like I always post like, is anyone down to come and meet up or wherever I'm at, like try to find somebody. A lot of people though like message me from Texas, which is funny because it's like, man, I can't go to Texas, I'm in Cali.
Oh, that's nice. Shout out to Texas. My roommates are from Texas, and that's cool.
Most of the times it's just either just random friends. Actually, yeah, the one with the earrings, that was an old friend from high school. I haven't talked to her in a while until like I saw her.
Is that a whole body one? I can't really tell.
Yeah, that one I did a collaboration with my friend Gordito.
Oh,
he did the lettering on it. It's pretty dope.
Oh, okay, so it's a body, and then he did lettering on top of your painting.
Yeah, so it was my friend. Well, yeah, I guess my friend now, because I'm telling you, like a lot of people, I'll meet them, and then after we'll either like click and like become friends, and yeah. But I painted her face, her arm, like everything I was showing, that's what I painted.
Cool.
I was trying to go for a full body, but again, I had to go to work that day. I was like, I'm not gonna make it.
Oh, what did he put on the lettering? I'm sorry, I can't really see it.
He put Born to Rise. That's his whole like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not sure if you're.
Oh, it's the same Gordito then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Angel's going on tour with them.
Oh, nice.
To where they going? To Vegas and to Tahoe for like a tattoo convention.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You see, it's a small world out here, yo. I like it. Yeah, Alex grew up with. Angel grew up with Alex, who's part of Born to Rise. They went to the same middle school, and some, I guess, other members of Born to Rise. Shout out to Born to Rise Studios also.
Nice.
Right, that got their studio up and running in Mid City, down on Pico, and I don't even know the other street. But check them out on Instagram. That's what's up. I really like that piece, and I like the collaborations that we've been doing. I mean, recently, like, I've had the privilege to do collaborations with photographers. I haven't modeled for a couple months. The first one was that body painting with the Frida thing that I was talking about. I should have probably sent it to him, but all this, it's like this one.
Oh, nice.
And it was like the whole body of rainbows and stuff. But that one was like, of course I was like showing my chest and stuff. That was the first time I did something like that. And I mean, I thought it was cool. It took a long time. I didn't think it was going to take as long as it took. But I mean, the experience was nice. It's kind of soothing, or how do you feel, Glenda?
It's very like therapeutic and I'm feeling in trance.
Yeah. For sure. I know it's different, right, from like going from being painter or from being a creator to just being created on.
Yeah. It's a nice feeling. Like you don't have control, and sometimes like being an artist, all you want is total control of like of your product. But
you're
like
oh,
exactly.
and nice. You shouldn't even think about it.
Yeah. So like when I was like relaxed, like it's very relaxing and therapeutic because someone's making art on you and you have to worry.
I mean, I know, quoting Crimson, the artist that was this week, she said that, what did she say? Yeah, of course she talked about it's very therapeutic, and I forgot what she said. I can't believe I forgot what she said. But she did talk about it was very therapeutic to do the painting on herself, and I don't know if she's done it on others, but is there a difference between when you do it on yourself and when you do it on others? Do you feel more stressed or less stressed, or neither? Either time?
Neither, I think. I don't know. I painted myself like how many Halloweens? So like many Halloweens. I think like 4 Halloweens.
Okay.
And then last night.
And last night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For sure.
So mostly like now I'm just painting on other people.
I like it.
But yeah, I'm trying to do more full body just because I don't know if you've seen Skin Wars. Yeah, that's also like something, because I don't think there's one thing that inspires somebody or motivates somebody. I think there's like a collective like of things that. But I watched Skin Wars and I was like, that's pretty dope. Like, how do they do that? So that I feel like helped or clicked something in my head. Is like pain on the body.
Oh, I remembered what she said. She said that she felt like more courage when she was behind pain.
Yeah.
Like when she did modeling, that she's face paint and she's in this. Well, hers are usually characters, but sometimes they're not characters because some of them they'll be like a universe, you know. So,
right.
I guess
Inspired by nature.
Yeah, inspired by nature, or she'll be like a tree or like a flower or something, like things that are like natural. But she still said that sometimes behind the paint, and I've definitely felt that way. Like when you have paint, or I guess in makeup sometimes. But I don't know if there's a difference in makeup because we talked about how makeup is more of like perfecting the face, right?
I don't know makeup that much. All I know is lipstick, like pretty much it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I haven't had any makeup artists. Hopefully next week, but 2 weeks we are gonna have like a makeup, and she does like face painting, but also with makeup.
I've seen that.
Right?
Like really, like
I haven't been to that level. I've done a little bit of like the little skull thing, but nothing.
I think
cool.
we all do the skull.
Yeah, that's the first we start with. And yesterday I tried a butterfly, and then I just turned into a skull. No, I really like that one. Okay. I don't know. Please keep going. Oh, okay. Oh. Sorry, Ephraim. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, thank you. Art by Ariel. Oh, okay, I see. Thank you. Hi, Ariel. Ariel. Art by Ariel. Thanks for being on the show today. Yes, I'm Josie. And then we have Melly and Glenn here today. Thank you. Wow, I really like that piece. Is kind of materials do you use? Media.
Mostly spray paint and acrylics.
Oh, you mix it. I like it. That's really cool. Are you painting on a piece of wood?
Yeah, it's a wood paint.
Nice. That's what's up. I like it. Well, welcome to the show. Thank you for doing some live art today and for being here today. I don't know. Are you from LA? Awesome. Oh, okay. That's what's up. I like it, so I had it. Cool. Wow, thanks. Yeah. So, how are you going with the piece? You like it so far?
Yeah. Right now, I don't know. I'm in the like you said, red or that's the Halloween that I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
With that one, different paint from the ones I'm using right now. So it's different. It cracked a lot. I went to work too, and I used to work at McDonald's, so
okay.
I was all sweaty, all dripping and stuff.
Oh, so you took it after?
Before.
Before?
Mm-hmm.
Before work?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I went to work like that, and a lot of customers were like, what are you supposed to be? Because it was all like messed up after.
They had you? That's cool. That's really cool. What about your present job? Oh, but you said you haven't done enough.
On myself?
On yourself, you said.
Just last night.
The one that you said, huh?
It wasn't one that I planned or like took like pictures. I mostly like take of the paint. So it's just random.
I like the way you put your pictures on Instagram, where they look like installations. I guess once again on that, I really like the display the body paint.
Yeah, mostly like, go to parks or hiking spots to take it at.
Are there different places where you do the art and where you?
No, I do. I do it where I'm gonna take the picture.
Oh, okay,
so
cool.
wherever I'm painting, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take a picture wherever from here.
Oh.
Most of the times, I try to like take it like not like where they're posed. It's more natural, or I try to, because most times the people would just like stand still and wouldn't move and have a serious face. So I would catch them when they're either looking or like moving. I sent some pictures. There was one of my sisters, and I was gonna get a picture of her against the wall, and she was posing, but some guy like drove by and he pulled over back, and he was looking at us. He's like, "What the hell?" And she was just like started laughing and moved, and she almost fell. So I captured that, and she was like on the wall, so it was pretty cool.
That's cute. I like that. We probably saw the picture. Did you put it on the slide, maybe?
I'm not sure. I wasn't looking at it.
That you did 2 arts?
Yeah, my sister and my friend on the left. I'm like
on the
left, yeah.
The one that you can't see as much is just it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that one, because I think I painted myself like that once, and then it was funny because I went live on Instagram, and my cousin was like, "Mel, what are you doing? Like, you painted yourself?" Or I don't know. She said it looked me, and a lot of people thought it was me. I'm like, no, it's her.
What do you so how's your family the painting? Do they support your art and stuff?
They support it, but they call me crazy.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, at least they support, huh?
Yeah. And my tia was always begging for paintings.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking to Glenda about.
They want you to hand over. Oh, do you do specific things too?
No. I'm all over the place.
Oh,
See,
cool.
like, I have that chalk one up there. I was into chalk art for a bit. Like 2 months, I think. A month ago.
I like it.
And that one, I went with a friend and my sister. And we went to Venice, so painted a wall.
The wall.
And I painted too.
Yeah.
And then see how I try to capture it when they're just natural. So she was painting. Like she was trying to pose. I'm like, don't pose, like actually paint.
Yeah.
So I'm like waiting till she won't see me and just.
And then you got shot. I like that. I like that. Oh man. That one's you, right?
No, that's my sister.
Oh, okay. I really like that.
That's back to supporting other artists. That shirt is Bill Nine's shirt. I don't know if you guys heard of her.
The rapper, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that one was inspired by Izzy, I think it was.
Oh, the face?
Yeah, because you know how in the video she had the skull?
Oh, yeah, she did.
And she has the album Lace with Pearls. So I was like, I had pearls from last Halloween. I'm like, you put that on.
That's beautiful. Really nice. I like layers of work behind the image. We talk about photography a lot on Eskwilax. Well, because, not just because, I guess, oh my goodness. Oh my little girl. Just hella sleepy. I was about it on her Instagram live. But I do like different models and the different art that you come up with. Do you feel like you wanna continue to do art and grow through art and like other forms, or for now it's just kind of like as it goes?
I think it will always be as it goes, but definitely, yeah, I agree for sure. I will keep experimenting and stuff. See, that one was at a march, the May Day march.
Oh, okay.
And some random photographer took it for me. I'm snapping. I'm like, hey, what email? Here's my email. Send it to me.
Cool. That's what's up.
And that was when I barely started getting into it. That's why it's like I use different paint too. I think like the quality of paint does matter.
On how to get them out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because before I used to use Halloween paint, and I also use acrylic paint, which not, like you shouldn't use, but I use anyway because I was like, I have it.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I know, huh? And then how did that one crack a little bit?
Acrylic cracks all the time. It's so hard off. Every time I'd paint my sister, it would like always hurt her, like, and I would paint her hair too, so like take forever. She would have to comb it out and everything.
But you'd put like the paint on the hair and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, are those
the Halloween one would always like smudge. It would never stay because it's black, so.
Because it's
yeah. A lot of like wax paint just it never stays. So I did like research and then found this paint and I was like, wow, this one's so much better. And like with the paint, you can feel it on your face. And with this, I can't feel anything. Like you could move around. Like before I paint my sister with her paints, she would always just be like, did you get the picture yet? Like she couldn't even talk.
She felt like it was a crack. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it would. When I listened, I was like, well, it was a big difference.
Is it it's face paint?
Yeah. I was like searching. I'm like, I don't know, should I put face paint? Body.
That's cool. I mean, I don't even think people would know that there's actual like legit good face paint.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be. I was like, what?
I thought it would just be like Halloween paint or like.
Yeah, that's what I was searching up at first, and I was like, I can't find anything.
Stores like, I don't know if there's like, what kind of stores would you have to go to get that kind of?
This one I actually,
online.
Since I reached it, I got it online at first, okay. But then I was like, I'm too lazy to wait for it. I want to paint now. So I searched up like my area, and there's this make store, Soho, and I just could be like a full like FX like store, but it was a legit like beauty store. Yeah, and I was like, where? Yeah, they had it like in a little corner. I'm like, oh, I was so confused. Like, is this the store? Like, they didn't right? But
that's cool. Shout out to that store.
Yeah.
But then for the face painters, that was some good stuff. Over there too.
The wolf one I got it online.
Oh, okay.
And then these, but they had those at that store that I'm talking about. It's called Nigel's Soho.
Nice. Nigel's and Noho. Yeah, because I have a little set that I used last night, but I mean, all of it, I guess you have to wet onto, like,
yeah, this one's, yeah, I had activated with the water.
And it's probably better for the paint to stay flexible.
Yeah, it depends on how much water you put.
Because I know, I guess with watercolors, what I guess would be kind of like, what is it? Like color slash like just really thick pigmented. Is it thick? I guess you don't feel it on your face. It's like
no, it just feels like if you're gonna do like some cream on your face. It's very creamy.
That's cool. I like it.
What I like about this one, it comes off fast. Because like I was telling you with the other paints, it would take forever. This one, you just literally just turn on the water and it comes off. Yeah. The other ones are like, you have to like, do I still have something? Do I still have something? So this one, I love this paint now.
Have you modeled for her before?
No, because this is the first time we met.
Oh, literally?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. And then you were down to do the face. I mean, I guess that's how you could tell that when something's like a real connection, like it just goes, you know, like whether somebody likes to take pictures and somebody doesn't mind modeling, you guys come together and you make a really piece, you know. So I really like that art can be used as a way of connecting people. I mean, you can say sometimes you need money or because you need things like to paint and whatnot to travel, but we all choose we want to invest in, right? And so sometimes we choose to invest in the arts. It gives you big opportunities, I'd say, you know, to talk to people and grow. Like we talked about last week, that sometimes art, or we were talking about earlier, how art isn't something that people invest in, take stuff from it first, or art schools, piano, very good. Oh, okay. Break? Okay. Guess we're gonna take a 5-minute break. We can catch breath.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you want.
Don't tell me twice.
She's like, oh, okay, cool. You're gonna be for a little.
That's fine.
This my little girl, being alive is a miracle. Being alive is a miracle. Being alive is a miracle. Being alive is a miracle.
This song to my brothers and sisters. There.
And if Melissa's not done yet, you know, they can stay on. Hello? We're on? We're on?
Correct.
Okay, so